Do you have a big project that is waiting on you? Are you in the process, but it gets tough and you abandon it and then it's really hard to start again? Are you just dealing with the pressure of tasks that you don't want to do? Well, if you do, you are in the right place because we are gonna talk about that today. I'm gonna start a really big painting for the third time. So, the same painting for the third time. I fell 2 times and I stood up third. That is my vibe for this painting. First, I have to tell you the story of how this project began and how this painting started to come to life. It was April 6th, 2021. I was a young baby back then. I was basically a baby. I was living in my old apartment with my partner and I was really passionate about the idea. And yeah, I asked him to photograph me for the reference photo for this painting. We went for a walk one day and I took this book with me, and then he photographed me holding this book in nature. And I decided I will paint a thinker, I think. I think this painting was supposed to be named A Thinker, but I'm not really sure because it's such a long time ago. I worked on it for a week or two, and then I lost my passion and will to continue, so the painting got abandoned. Then it was May 14th, 2022. I painted over the thinker, but I couldn't find the footage anywhere, so I guess I just didn't film it and I just pretended that nothing happened. And I was using a fresh canvas, but I wasn't really. And yes, back then I leaned more and more towards landscapes and farther away from portraits. And I decided I will paint this magical, peaceful scene, and it will be called The Rainbow Falls. It was supposed to be this fantasy-like, enchanted, big painting that would brighten up my office studio, and there would be this rainbow from the water droplets that are going on around this waterfall, and it would be really, really magical in my mind. And this magic never happened. I abandoned the painting yet again. Why? I thought about it a lot, and in this video I will share with you what I figured out in my journey along the way. Why are big projects so intimidating? When do I know I should continue? When do I know I should quit? What to do so the big projects will seem freeing and easy and peaceful and just a little bit scary, but good kind of scary. The scary that is good for growth. Hi, I just wanted to interrupt this video for a quick second to tell you that I have reached 1,000 subscribers since my last video, and I'm very excited. I am thrilled, I'm happy. I wanted this for so long. Maybe it doesn't seem a lot to you, but it is a lot to me. And yeah, I'm honored for you to be here. So if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel if you want, if you like this kind of mindfulness, artsy content. And yeah, I really wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone who is subscribed to my channel and for everybody who watches my videos. Another great news is that I have made my own Patreon page. I have made my Patreon. Finally, I have wanted to do this for so long, and now I have it. I have 3 tiers. I'm having an exclusive posts and behind the scenes tier. I have exclusive video tier, and I have the 3rd tier, which is mini print and a sticker sent to your door every month. And I'm so excited, and I welcome you to join, to check it out. The link is down below in the description box. And yeah, you can support this channel by going down there and seeing if becoming a member of my Patreon page would be something that you're interested in. Even if not, no worries. I am very grateful for you watching this video, so you don't have to do anything else. And the third and final news before I go back to painting, if you're still here, hopefully, is that I have a new page, I have a new website. And it's not there yet, but I'm working on it and I'm really proud. I switched my website platforms from Squarespace to Shopify, and I'm learning the things and I'm working on it. And yeah, I'm gonna be selling on Shopify, slowly going to move from Etsy to Shopify. So you can find my 2023 and older art products and art in my Etsy store, but from now on, my new prints, my new stickers, my new paintings will be available through my Shopify website, which is www.yarasafirovska.com. And yeah, those are three really exciting news. I am thrilled about all of them. I hope you're thrilled too, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, if you are interested in how this painting process turned out for the third time, you can continue watching this video. Now, let's go. The easel is so stable, by the way, because it's on the last, like in the last holes, and usually it's very wobbly, but right now it's really sturdy, so I'm glad about that. Great, because my wobbly easels are really pain in the butt. I hate that, but I didn't invest in a good expensive non-wobbly easel yet, so slowly. It's been hiding behind everything else because I didn't want to look at it too much. Because I felt kind of lost with this and it didn't make me feel good to look at it. So yeah, it was hidden behind in my closet, but now it's out in the open. So let's do it. First, I have to put a lot of white paint on top. In those cases that I have to paint over something, I use at least 2, if not 3 layers of white paint. Sometimes I worry that in like 200 years, the old paintings are gonna show through the new painting. So I'm kind of scared for that, even though I won't be around anymore, and I don't know if that painting will still even be on this world, who knows. But I, for some reason, care about what will happen in 200 years. So I paint over it a little more than I would have to, I think. So I want to start at the beginning. In my life, I did a lot of scary big projects, as most of us did, I'm sure. I completed a lot of them and I quit a lot of the projects in my life. And I learned a thing or two about being caught in the middle of the big project or trying to start a project and don't want to do it or the project just doesn't feel right, or it just feels too exhausting. I started this canvas with the thinker, the portrait. It was a big and beautiful idea of a girl with a book amongst the big rose bushes. It was a big painting, and I imagined a true masterpiece that would actually stood there as a new beginning of my artistic evolution. I followed a lot of portrait painters who were just incredible, and I was so inspired by them. Some of them being Soy Milk, Happy D, Audra Claire, and more. A lot of them. To top it all off, I saw the painting The Soul of the Rose by John William Waterhouse, and it was completely magical. I was determined that I'm gonna paint a portrait that was beautiful as theirs. I wanted for my portrait to be top of the class portrait, and I was sold on the idea. I was on the idea. I still remember the flame, the burning passion that I felt when I wanted to paint this painting. After a few days of working on it, I got unhappy and overwhelmed. I couldn't do it anymore, so I left it sit in my studio for a while, but the passion never came back. So eventually I just put it away in my closet and stopped thinking about it. I put it in a closet for a little over a year, and then I decided to try again. A little over a year later, I was really getting into fantasy, scenes like epic scenery, fairy tale looking stuff, and I decided to paint Rainbow Falls. I wanted this because it just seemed magical. I'm not really sure if I was influenced by anybody. I'm sure I was though. But I wanted to make this series of fantasy work, and rainbows are trendy. Rainbows are selling. Everybody loves rainbows. So a landscape with rainbow in it, I think it's a pretty classic win for ensuring that people will like it. I made a layer or two for these Rainbow Falls, and then I abandoned it again before there were even any rainbows on it. After that, I moved my apartments and my life, and I went on, and the abandoned falls was sitting in a closet for a year and a half. So the question is, what happened? So much thought, passion, weeks of painting, and so much paint and art supplies, all wasted. Well, it's not wasted because I learned an important lesson, and I don't believe that anything is wasted actually. There are things we want for the reason of the ego, and there are things we want from our truest authenticity. What I mean by ego is that we do something because, for example, we don't feel good enough in ourselves, and we subconsciously think that the result of this doing will give us personal value. Or we try to satisfy or get validation from other people, or satisfy other people. That could be someone's parents, the internet, we have plenty of people to satisfy in our life if we look for them. Or we want to go through the footsteps from someone we are influenced by, because influence is a powerful thing, and sometimes we are not even conscious of that we are actually copying somebody and wanting our life to turn out as theirs, wanting to do project like they're doing it. But this can happen subconsciously. We don't have to be really aware of it. If someone is really cool and we really admire them, we can fall in this pit of kind of trying to follow their footsteps and forget that we are on our own personal journey. If you found yourself in any of those points, don't worry, because it happens to all of us. It's hard to figure out what we really want, who we really are, and what is our authenticity. And it's confusing, intimidating, and it takes a lot of time to figure it out, a lot of trial and error. It's nothing wrong about that. We are all on our own path. No matter where we are on the path, it's perfect. But it helps to understand and know when we are doing something from the ego instead of our true authentic desire. In this case, if I get aware that I'm doing something from the ego, I find it healthiest for me to quit working on it. At least for the most part, I feel like that, or I do that. I sometimes get caught in all this passion and I misidentify it as authentically mine, and then I work on it until that fuel of outer influence burns out, and when it does, I can't do it anymore because I don't have the fuel for it myself. Sometimes that happens to me. A lot of the times nowadays I know when this is going to happen and I don't even start the project like that, and this saves me a lot of pain and time. Sometimes in my younger years I pushed out work even though I felt like that, and it actually hurt me deeply, and it was very unhealthy for me personally. And for me, doing projects from the ego is a real spiral into a misery. Disappointment is one of the points of this misery, because I always think that I have to push through something like that, but then in the end I will get the reward, but then the reward is not satisfying as I thought it will be, because I didn't want to do that in the first place, and then I don't really want the fruits of it because I'm not really proud of it, because I didn't really want it authentically. It all becomes a big pile of suffering that is so unnecessary. On the other hand, there's authentic passion, and that is the flame that doesn't die. This flame can actually transform through time, but it will not die on me in the middle of a project on Wednesday afternoon, you know? It transforms slowly and evolves and grows, but it never just burns out and makes me miserable. So I try to stick to that authentic flame when starting and continuing my projects. It's sometimes hard to find this authenticity and our authentic desires, but when I find this flame and nourish it, embrace it, build it, I really find true joy in it. Yes, there are challenges on every path, and I can get upset and mad and a little doubt here and there. Inside of me, even if I get mad and something doesn't go right, I know that I will work on it continuously, because I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it because of this authentic flame in me that is fueling this project, giving it energy. I don't have to take my energy from my soul and feed it to the project until I'm completely burned out and I'm completely dead on the inside. No. Authentic projects give us energy, not take it from us. The result of those experiences of mine and these thoughts are that nowadays, before I start a project, I really ask myself, why? Is this from my pure authenticity that I want to do this? Do I really feel this authentic flame for it? Or am I doing it for something else, for someone else? And this saves me a lot of time, a lot of pain, a lot of energy, and a lot of art supplies. I made this video to just let you know that you don't have to be weighted under projects that don't serve you. You can explore your authentic self, do what makes you shine, and truly express yourself. I just try to walk on my path and to go towards things that make me happy and gracefully release things that don't serve me, or they have served their purpose and are now suffocating me. It's really hard and it doesn't happen overnight, and this is all a lifelong journey, a big process, but it's important that we are slowly going to the right direction, and that is important for our overall happiness and the feeling of freedom. So I realized that this process of explaining everything and making this video just was too long, and that I will have to put it in 2 videos because it was really over 40 minutes long if I would put it in 1 video. So stay tuned for my next video where I will finish the big painting and you can see the final process, and we are gonna indulge in some really calming and anxiety relieving art process. We are gonna paint a little stone cottage in the foggy woods, and it's gonna be nice, it's gonna be calm, it's gonna be pretty, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video where we're gonna do that. And I am excited for it already. I'm gonna start working on it right now. Work boundaries are important, but really, I'm gonna start working on it soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time in another video. Thanks. Bye.